Hi, I'm back with a video to demonstrate what I did with the BC Rich, what I'm getting ready to do. Whoops, let's see right here. I think the audio is right now. Anyhow, this is the BC Rich KKW that I bought back in August. I got the snark hooked up to a digital tuner. I've replaced all the strings. The reason why it's looking dusty is I've got propane heat in here, so forced hot air is blowing the dust around. But anyhow, I broke the D string this morning. Imagine that. There's the the B string. I broke the B string and I'm gonna get ready this afternoon to do what I did with the D string saddle, which is take my drill, which you see here, and spin it with one of these, which is the Dremel tool. It's a Dremel cutter, 1.5-inch cutter. And what I did was, using that cutter, I went into this saddle, which you can see. Let me get the focus right. You got to be careful with the focus here because this is manual. It's a JVC, so I'm manualizing the focus. So this saddle, right there, the saddle I just pointed to is what I shaved down incrementally with that cutter, with that Dremel tool. So I'm going to be doing the same thing to this B saddle right here. I'm just going to do it real quick because that's where I think the strings are breaking. So if you do get one of these BC Rich KKWs, then be careful of that. You got to be careful of that specifically, that the strings do break. They break right at, the saddle point there. I think there's possibly a little defect on the bridge which causes them to break. So, and it had just happened this morning after 3 weeks. I hadn't broken a D string in 4 or 5 weeks, so the B string, as in Bravo, broke this morning when I tried to do a solo. So anyhow, I've been through this guitar 100%. I've taken everything apart, including the neck. I removed the neck from the body. I inspected the humbuckers, the potentiometers. Everything was pretty good. The jack over here, the output jack for audio, this thing needed a little tightening up. So I put my 1/4-inch nut driver and pliers to it and got it almost correct. Needs a little work still. But everything is working okay now. I did actually remove the bridge. That's the bridge of the guitar. So I actually removed that and I put it back on. I put it back on and I tightened these 2 screws. One, two, those 2 screws, because I wanted to lower the action on this guitar, and I did end up lowering the action a little bit. The action meaning this, how close these strings are to the neck. So that's what I needed to lower. It came a little high. I didn't quite pass the nickel test. So that's what I'm working on these days with the BC Rich.